Okay, let's dive in. Imagine this. A major conflict, high stakes, Middle East, over in just 12 days.
12 days. It's almost hard to wrap your head around, isn't it?
It really is. And that's the core of what we're looking at today, this incredibly swift, intense clash between Iran and Israel. We're drawing from the analysis in the 12-day war, fire over the Middle East.
A really detailed account.
Exactly. And it suggests the whole thing ignited from, well, a provocation, apparently a missile test that was misread or, maybe deliberately misunderstood.
Right, the ambiguity there is key. A single event.
And it didn't just simmer. The material says things escalated incredibly quickly. We're talking hours.
Not days, hours.
Yeah. Initial strikes, tit for tat, and then boom, a full-scale aerial assault by Israel deep inside Iran.
Targeting specific sites, wasn't it? Missile bases, air defenses.
That's right. The aim seems to have been crippling Iran's ability to fight back right from the very start, taking out those key assets.
Classic air power strategy. Go for the jugular, technologically speaking.
And the book really paints a picture of those 12 days. Cities shaking, sirens screaming constantly, people, civilians running for cover. It sounds absolutely terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Pure chaos.
So looking at that speed, that initial overwhelming assault, what does that tell us about maybe how modern conflicts work now? Especially that speed aspect.
Well, it's a stark illustration, isn't it? How fast things can move from 0 to 60 or 0 to full-blown war, really.
Yeah.
The source highlights Israel achieving air dominance almost immediately. That precision they apparently used, hitting those specific targets, it suggests a very calculated plan. Go in hard, go in fast, neutralize the threat.
Decisive action.
Exactly. But what's also fascinating, and the material points this out, is that Iran didn't just fold. Despite, significant damage, they endured.
Right.
And they framed that survival, just getting through it, as a kind of symbolic victory in itself, which tells you something about resilience, maybe, or the optics of conflict today. Sometimes just not losing is presented as a win.
That makes sense.
And this whole episode really hammers home that point about air superiority, how command of the skies can fundamentally reshape things so quickly.
Right. Unlike older wars with long ground campaigns.
Precisely. This shows how a focused aerial campaign, if successful, can degrade an enemy's capability in, well, an incredibly short period. Those first few hours, first few days, they can be absolutely decisive.
A chilling thought, really. But then, almost as suddenly as it all erupted, it just stops.
Yeah, the ceasefire.
The analysis we're looking at says on day 12, things just ceased. Lots of global pressure, especially, it seems, from Washington.
Intense diplomatic maneuvering behind the scenes, you have to assume.
Right. But the way the aftermath is described,
yeah,
it's stark. No parades, no flags, just quiet. What is that sudden quiet signal, really?
Well, that quiet, as the text really emphasizes, it's heady,
Yeah.
Connecting it to the bigger picture, the source is absolutely clear on this. This was not a peace treaty. This was a pause.
A pause.
Yeah.
Not an end.
Exactly. And that word choice, pause, is critical. It suggests the underlying issues weren't resolved at all. It paints this picture of a Middle East left maybe even more tense than before.
How so?
Well, think about what wasn't settled. Iran's nuclear materials, the thing that was arguably the biggest underlying tension, apparently untouched by the fighting.
Right, so the core issue remains.
Remains entirely. And meanwhile, Israel's really advanced air defenses like Iron Dome or David's Sling, they were heavily depleted, used up during those 12 days of constant engagement.
So both sides are potentially weakened in different ways.
Or at least needing to regroup. And the text says explicitly, both sides are now quietly rearming.
Quietly rearming.
Yeah. So that silence isn't peace. It's preparation. It feels like they're just recalibrating, maybe learning lessons, possibly getting ready for the next round.
That perspective really leads into the unsettling conclusion the material draws. It states, the world waits, watching, wondering when the storm will return.
It hangs there, doesn't it? That question.
It really does. A fragile balance, just waiting.
Absolutely. And, the Middle East has seen so many wars, obviously. It's a region scarred by conflict.
Decades of it.
But the final line from this account, the thought it leaves you, the listener, with, it's maybe the most chilling part.
What's that?
But this may only have been the beginning, suggesting those 12 days weren't an isolated event, but maybe, just maybe, a prelude to something much larger.
Wow. Okay. Definitely something to think about. The beginning, not the end.